Remember that pithy quote uttered by Justin Trudeau while on the 2015 campaign trail, namely, "A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian"? I wonder if we can expect the PM to modify that whiz-bang slogan. How about "A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian," except when he isn't? If even some of the allegations are true, then Bozo Josipovic would appear to be one nasty piece of work. Josipovic stands accused of committing war crimes in Bosnia. He was first allowed into Canada in 1997 and was granted full Canadian citizenship in 2004. But it has since come to light that Josipovic allegedly lied to immigration officials about his history in a Bosnian Croat militia. And even more concerning, he was reportedly involved in a 1993 incident that saw several Bosnian Muslims rounded up and detained in an elementary school basement. According to court documents, 7 of them were killed, partially burned, and then buried in a mass grave. The 51-year-old Josipovic, along with his wife and 2 daughters, now live near Hamilton, Ontario. It's not clear how long they'll continue to reside there, given that Immigration Minister Ahmed Hussein has filed an action in federal court seeking to automatically revoke Josipovic's Canadian citizenship. Expect this case to take months or perhaps even years to play out, but all things considered, do you think perhaps maybe Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is experiencing buyer's remorse regarding his 2015 quote of "A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian," which was uttered in defense of, well, convicted terrorists? If you recall, a few days after the Conservative government revoked the citizenship of Zakaria Amara, the mastermind of a terrorist plot in Canada, the Conservative Party released an audio tape of Trudeau explaining why he opposes stripping citizenship from anyone, including terrorists. In a truly profound quote that rivals "the budget will balance itself," Justin uttered that "Canadian is a Canadian, etc., remark, and further commented, quote, "As soon as you make citizenship for some Canadians conditional on good behavior, you devalue citizenship for everyone," end quote. That's interesting because if the allegations against Bozo Josipovic are proven to be true, he is most certainly a Canadian who has behaved very badly indeed. And whereas the Liberals seek to integrate returning ISIS fighters with poetry classes and other harebrained schemes, they seem to be champing at the bit to strip Josipovic of his citizenship and deport him ASAP. But the question is why? Has Trudeau perhaps renounced his belief that a Canadian citizenship is devalued if it's conditional on good behavior? It kind of seems that way, at least when it comes to the Josipovic case. Regardless, I think our illustrious PM has some explaining to do regarding this apparent citizenship double standard. And instead of Justin and his ilk embracing idiotic mantras such as "A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian," or for that matter, "No one is illegal," maybe when it comes to citizenship in this great dominion, it should in fact come down to a case-by-case basis, and that when it comes to, I don't know, war criminals or return to sender ISIS recruits, why shouldn't we send such vile rubbish packing in the first place? Because in the final analysis, such odious individuals aren't even worthy of Canadian citizenship to begin with. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw? Then click subscribe below and never miss another Rebel video.